Daily Dad. Welcome to the channel. Happy St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day, or the Feast of St. Patrick, is a celebration held every year on March 17th. It is a day commemorating the arrival of Christianity to Ireland, and it is a day to celebrate Irish heritage. In the name of St. Patrick, people go to parades, drink alcohol, wear green, pinch each other, and go to church. St. Patrick did not drive snakes out of Ireland because Ireland never had any snakes. St. Patrick was not Irish. In fact, St. Patrick was not even a saint, nor was his original name Patrick. St. Patrick was born circa 386 AD in Britain. His birth name was Maewyn Succat. He was raised by a wealthy, devout Catholic family. His father was a deacon, his grandfather was a clergyman, and his mother was a close relative of the patron saint Martin of Tours. Even though faith was a central component of his upbringing, young Patrick did not have a meaningful connection to Catholicism. When he was 16 years old, Irish pirates raided his village, kidnapped him from his family. He was stolen away from Britain, taken to Ireland, and sold to a farmer, who was also a Druid priest and chieftain named Milchu. Patrick was deprived of food and clothes and lived in isolation. His only companionship was his master's sheep, for which he was forced to care. While in bondage, he remembered the faith of his family, specifically his grandfather. He committed himself to prayer, and a deep devotion to the Christian faith developed. Patrick would pray hundreds of times a day. He had a vision that convinced him that it would be through him that Ireland would be converted to Christianity. Patrick wrote in his biography that 6 years into his captivity, an angel appeared in a dream and told him, "You have fasted well. Very soon you will return to your native country." The angel informed him of a ship that would soon be leaving Ireland for Britain. The 22-year-old slave escaped into the night and walked over 200 miles before arriving in Wexford. There he found a cargo ship bound for his homeland, and he convinced sailors to let him hide away on their ship. After a harrowing 3 days at sea, the ship ran aground in France. He and the rest of the crew wandered for weeks in the wilderness, stranded, lost, and starving. The men began to mock Patrick for his faith, questioning, "What about this, Christian? You tell us that your God is great and all-powerful. Why can't you pray for us since we're in a bad state with hunger?" Patrick wrote that he prayed with the starving sailors, telling them to turn in faith with all your heart to the Lord my God, because nothing is impossible for him. Immediately, a stampede of pigs appeared. They killed the pigs and filled their bellies with pork, and Patrick had his first converts. Patrick was eventually reunited with his family. He was home, but his heart was set on devoting his life to the service of God. He returned to France to begin his theological studies with the intention to enter the priesthood. He was ordained a deacon and took the name by which he is now known, Patrick. He became a priest and eventually a bishop, but he never forgot his vision that through him, Ireland would be converted to Christianity. In 432 AD, Pope Celestine I sent Patrick to Ireland. His 6 years of enslavement uniquely qualified him to serve in Ireland. He was fluent in the Celtic language, and he was familiar with the culture and power structure. Instead of attempting to eradicate the pagan native Irish beliefs, Patrick chose to incorporate their traditional rituals into his lessons of Christianity. He used bonfires to celebrate Easter since Irish were used to honoring their gods with fire. He also superimposed a sun, a powerful Irish symbol, into the Christian cross to create what is now called a Celtic cross. This would help to make the symbol seem more natural to the Irish. Throughout St. Patrick's missionary work, he was successful at spreading Christianity throughout Ireland. He created councils, founded monasteries, and organized Ireland into dioceses. He is known for introducing the Celtic cross and using the three-leaf shamrock to speak about the Trinity. Although known as the patron saint of Ireland, he was never officially canonized by the Catholic Church. St. Patrick died circa 461 AD. Catholics for the past 1,000 years have observed St. Patrick's Day as a feast day and a day to go to Mass, but its Protestant, non-religious observance of all things Irish is monumental. Cities dye their rivers green, the restaurants put green food dye in everything from milkshakes to bagels to grits. Over 150 million Americans celebrate St. Patrick's Day each year, spending nearly $6 billion. One of the most popular St. Patrick's Day activities is heading to a parade. The first St. Patrick's Day parade in America was held in Boston in 1737, followed by New York in 1756. Millions of spectators attend St. Patrick's Day parades each year, with the three largest being Chicago, New York City, and Savannah, Georgia. The Feast of St. Patrick began in order to honor St. Patrick on the anniversary of his death. It falls during the Christian observance of Lent, a time devoted to penitence and abstinence from indulgent pleasures. But during this feast, Lenten food and alcohol restrictions were temporarily removed. Over the years, this removal of alcohol restrictions morphed into excessive drinking, becoming synonymous with the holiday. On St. Patrick's Day, you can expect to see the majority of people decked out in their finest green outfits. While some may think the green is simply a reference to Ireland's famous rolling green hills, the color actually stems from another iconic St. Patrick symbol, the shamrock. Unfortunate souls who neglect to wear green can expect a full day of pinching. It has become a St. Patrick's Day tradition to pinch those who disrespect Ireland by not wearing green. The pinching tradition comes from a legend that wearing green makes you invisible to leprechauns. These mischievous leprechauns spend their day pinching anyone who fails to wear green on St. Patrick's Day. To avoid pinching from leprechauns and annoying friends, deck yourself all out in green and celebrate St. Patrick's Day pinch-free. The Feast of St. Patrick, or St. Patrick's Day, is an opportunity to celebrate the life of St. Patrick by praying, wearing green, going to a parade, and looking for a four-leaf clover, which, for the record, you have a 1 in 10,000 chance of finding. Please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. It's so nice when you share. Thanks for visiting. Classically, Dad.